What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rated D. Bobby D, the other dude, Tony D, the main dude. We've had this conversation a billion times.
You know that I'm the dude and
No,
you're the other
that's
dude.
never going to happen. But
I've been carrying this dude I've been carrying it for like, what, a year? We talked about that last one. Like, you were gone for like 9 months. Finally got your ass back in.
you were as Bobby popping. You wasn't carrying as any of the dudes.
Well, I still carry
you're so
the
Bobby
D,
D.
the D moniker.
Yeah. Well, I carry the D everywhere I go. But I mean,
yeah.
Before we get started, though, I figured we could have a nice little toast, maybe.
I was wondering because these things are kind of empty right now.
Kind of empty right there. So,
need to-
but hold on. This is the best sound in the world, fellas. Listen. That's such a sexy
Oh
sound.
my God, that's like a great sound.
So,
This is the second greatest sound. The pouring.
it is a really good sound. You can't really hear it, I don't know.
It's okay.
If you guys are interested, also, what we're sipping on over here, give us a shout out, and we'll let you know. So
I'm telling you, this guy's he's the liquor man.
I love the bourbon.
He likes to lick.
Here to you, man. Cheers.
Oh man, that's pretty good.
It's a good bourbon.
Gosh.
Hard to find here these days, but it's really good.
It is hard to find. Like we were talking about the other day, I was at the liquor store and I messaged you and I was like,
Yeah.
give me something to buy, and didn't get back with me until I was already gone. But
Well, the place you went to don't have a huge selection anyway, so
yeah, I'm starting to learn that.
you got to go to Helen Cellars, man. In Helen, they have a huge selection of bourbon. So there's a
that's
shout
in-
out, Helen Cellars.
And that's in Georgia for
Yeah.
people watching this.
Helen,
not
Georgia.
local.
A little tourist spot if you want a little piece of what was it, like Germany or
Yeah, I think they
the
do,
Swedish
they do-
Alps or something.
Yeah, I think that's their theme, and of course they have Oktoberfest every year.
Yes, which is a lot of fun though.
Man, a lot of people come from all over.
Mm-hmm.
It's been so long since I've actually done Oktoberfest, but I'm telling you, a lot of people still do it.
So today we're going to talk about, we talked about wrestling in the last episode, and we want you guys to know that it's not always going to be about wrestling. We said before we're going to talk about toys and comics and movies and stuff that we're into. So today we're going to talk about the new Mortal Kombat trailer movie coming out.
Mortal Kombat!
Yes, I'm sure a lot of you guys, if you grew up and understand, how old this kind of goes back to, and Bobby's a huge gamer, so I'll lean a little more on this with him. I'm not as a big gamer as he is, but you don't have to be a gamer to like Mortal Kombat. You do not have to,
Mortal Kombat's a household name at this point, along
Most
with Hulk
definitely, yeah.
Hogan and Nintendo and, I don't know, other stuff. But, yeah, I'm telling you, I remember discovering Mortal Kombat, and I'll tell you this real quick. I discovered it at a hotel of all places.
Hotel.
In Michigan. Now, and then it connects. I love it. Small world. It connects to my black belt test when I got a black belt in Hapkido. We were in Flint, Michigan, and we were at a hotel. And we went into the lobby, and there was this arcade machine, and it was Mortal Kombat. And I was like, I had no idea. And, of course, back, when something's new, back then, you had no idea what it would become and how deep the lore
The arcade
is.
was the place to be, though, back in the day.
God,
We
yeah.
didn't have, arcades were awesome.
I wish arcades really still exist. They do, but not like it was back in the 90s.
I don't think you can completely appreciate the Mortal Kombat unless you first played it on an arcade game.
Yes.
Standing there pumping your quarters in, there's no thrill like that was. Now it's fun playing on your system at home, and obviously the graphics and everything got so much better. But just there's nothing like sitting there just pumping those dang buttons away, man, on arcade games. There's just nothing like it. A lot of guys will never know that.
Nothing like it. I mean, me and my buddy that was there for the black belt test, we played it, and I had no idea about fatalities and finishers and stuff at that point, and you play the game. I played Street Fighter before I played Mortal Kombat, and, Street Fighter didn't have all the fatality stuff and the finish. And I thought it was the same game pretty much. I thought, it's just another fighting game. But honestly, when it finally came out on Nintendo and Sega and all that, I remember that's when I discovered there was actually finishing moves. And then, of course, the free publicity they got with the government and trying to shut down video games because they were too violent. And I'm
man.
like, my God.
And look how video games are. Are you kidding me?
And that is tame compared to what you see nowadays in all sorts of genres of games. But side note for a second, I just have to say this because it always burns a hole through my mind. When I was at the hotel in Michigan, there was this security guard, and very professional. But he thought we were a couple of guys that were skipping class because I was like 14 at the time, and we were up there in Michigan for the Bible test, so I had to miss a day of school. It was on a Friday, and we were up there, and he come up to us while we were playing. And he's like, excuse me, kids, blah, blah, blah. What are y'all doing here playing this video game like a couple of delinquents? And we had to show him that, we are actually staying at the hotel and we were there. And I actually had to get my dad to come down and verify, because, of course, he didn't believe us. But I thought that was kind of funny. But
when's the last time you think you've been in an arcade? Like, I know they have some here and there. Do you remember the one that used to be in Lakeshore Mall?
Uh-huh.
When Lakeshore Mall was, way before Mall of Georgia or any of the big malls around us, it was the place to go, right?
Yeah, it was
I remember
the place.
watching the Ninja Turtles movie at Lakeshore Mall, and it was packed. Like, I had to stand up and watch the movie because there was nowhere to sit down.
We were in the front row because it was sold out. And I hated that, but
I don't know. It was a side note there. I was sitting here thinking, when's the last time I've been in an arcade? And it's been forever ago. And I think that was the last one I really went to was the one in Lakeshore. But anyway, that's just kind of a back run with it. So the new Mortal Kombat trailer is out.
So the new movie.
Yeah, the new movie's out,
yeah.
and as of so far now, I'm a big fan of the first one. I don't care what anybody else thought about it. I loved it. I thought it was good for what it was back at that time. But the trailer looks amazing for the new one. I was ecstatic after watching the trailer.
Yeah. Like you talked about the very first Mortal Kombat, this is a reboot, of course, and rightfully so. I think I was telling him before we started filming that it's time. It's timing. The 2021 Mortal Kombat movie, it's time to come back and reboot and do it. But the old '95 movie, I mean, I'm sorry, people got mixed feelings about it, but mostly when I read online, people have a positive thing to say about it. To me, I think it's one of the best video game adaptations of all time. And I know everybody criticizes the PG-13 thing, but no.
I mean, you could have. You sure it's better than Street Fighter?
A little bit. Of course, Street Fighter had Van Damme. I'm telling you, Van Damme. Hell, we could do a whole episode on Van Damme. But yeah, I think Mortal Kombat edged out Street Fighter because Mortal Kombat stayed true to the story. I mean, I know video games and story, right? Street Fighter. I mean, what can you do with a story of Street Fighter? A bunch of guys and girls fighting in the streets. But Mortal Kombat kind of had a story to it, and I think that's what really helped it to become a good movie. Now, we're not going to talk about Annihilation. That movie has been talked to death online, so we're going to stick with
There's no movie past the first one for me. There's none past that.
We have cancel culture.
Yeah, we can.
Annihilation.
Yes! It's done. It's out of here.
Yeah.
We don't want it.
That does not get mentioned. I mean, if you want to talk about that, go watch all the million other videos that are out there.
So we thought about let's watch the trailer for the new one.
Hell yeah.
And kind of just check it out. And I've seen it a couple times, but every time I see it, it's just better and better. And I know now we know they moved it back a week or so, right? Was it a week or so because of Godzilla and Kong?
Yeah, it comes out April 23rd now, and it was coming out April 16th, which was pretty quick. And they pushed it back a week, and I know why, because we live in this pandemic world right now, and HBO Max has really picked up the ball about a lot of the new movies coming out. Mortal Kombat is one of them that's going to be on HBO Max the same day it was released in the theaters. And I think a lot of people, when the Snyder Cut of Justice League came out on HBO, a lot of people got that free trial, and the HBO people figured out that, oh crap, people can watch the Snyder Cut of Justice League, 4 hours of the Snyder Cut, Godzilla vs. King Kong, and Mortal Kombat all for free. And then you know how people do. They'll get that free trial, they'll cancel. So they did a smart thing. Even though I don't like it, it was smart. They moved it back a week, so it makes those people have to re-up that $15. Cough up $15. I mean, my God, I used to spend $20-$25 going to the movie theater. And I probably will for Mortal Kombat, because I don't want to see it on HBO Max. I want to see it in the theater.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll do it. I wonder if they'll do that on IMAX.
Yeah. It's going to be on IMAX.
So that's going to be what, $35 ticket.
Yeah.
For I
there's
mean,
actually a poster
but
I think online that says IMAX Mortal Kombat.
you pick and choose on it. IMAX, I would like to see that when I'm on IMAX. It's a throwback, so it would be really cool. Which we will. So more than likely, maybe if I can get him out, you never know.
Of course, maybe I'll leave the basement one day.
Oh, the basement. We like the basement. We're down. We spend a lot of time in the basement.
I love the basement.
I love the basement. So let's check out the trailer, man. Let's see what we got here.
So we're gonna watch it, and we're gonna talk about it real quick. So here we go. I'm telling you, it always starts off good because it's the red band.
The red band.
First learned about this 7 years ago.
So who's talking? Is it Sonya?
I think so.
Okay. Of course, that's Sub-Zero.
Yes, obviously.
I mean, okay, yeah.
You either know or you don't know. Jax.
Oh yeah,
Jax. Yeah.
Oh my God, right there. Look at that.
You think that hurt?
No, probably not. Because didn't he cauterize it with the?
Yeah.
Now, who the hell is this guy? Cole? Do you remember him from the game?
I don't remember Cole from the game.
Oh, he's an MMA fighter. Okay, they got to weave the MMA.
Well, you got to pick up fan base everywhere, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so that looked like Melina.
Is Dana White going to show up in here?
Probably. He shows up in everything. Okay.
We're going to need some special mushrooms.
Oh, that's got to be Scorpion right there. That's the spear.
Beforehand, though?
Yeah, he's... Oh, that's definitely Scorpion.
Yeah.
Or he's...
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Wonder if that hurt.
Maybe.
I saw that in a wrestling match one time. All right, April 16th.
April 16th.
23rd.
No, 23rd.
So April 23rd now.
Lies. Why are they always selling lies?
I know. This must be an old trailer. Okay, Jax gets his arms, and there's Kung Lao.
Raiden.
Of course, Raiden's got to be in this.
I think Raiden was always one of my favorites, though. I always thought Raiden was cool.
Oh, I love Raiden. I actually cosplayed him at a wrestling show one time.
He always reminded me from the guy from Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes, that's actually where they got it
They're
from.
Okay.
Did you know that Lo Pan is based off
Lo Pan.
of Shang Tsung?
No, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Goro. Of course, Goro's got to be in this movie.
You got to.
I hope he does better, honestly, than the old movie because, I mean...
Well, again...
Oh, God, the goosebumps. Oh, my God. Now, that right
this
there...
is probably... I can't... This scene's so awesome.
God, yeah. Oh, is he going to say it? Oh, he did.
Get over here!
Oh, goosebumps.
It makes me feel like that I'm getting ready to play the game all over again.
Where's that damn commercial at? The guy was like, Mortal Kombat! Okay, that was cool.
It's a great trailer, and it's got me excited to watch it. I hope that it's weird because when you watch trailers like that, they always put the best parts in a movie in a trailer to catch you to watch it, and then you go watch the movie. You're like, well, hell, you already seen all the great parts already. So hopefully that's not the case in this movie.
I've read a lot of things online about it because
I haven't read nothing because I can't read. I'm illiterate.
Oh, you're illiterate?
I'm illiterate.
Who knew?
Yeah.
No, seriously. The first thing I read, of course, everybody's a journalist. Everybody's a journalist, and you read everything online, and there's a lot of misinformation out there. But just some of the things I read, I'm not going to verify it. I don't know if it's true or not, but it's more of an opinion type thing. They say that the fight scenes are supposedly some of the best fight scenes that you've ever seen in cinema. Opinion, right? But I hope they are. I really do. I'm really wanting to see this movie succeed because I really do want to see the Mortal Kombat universe get rebooted in cinema form.
I mean, that's a bold statement. That's a bold statement to say that we have some of the, this movie has some of the best fight scenes in cinema. There's so many great, kung fu movies that never even hit cinema. And that I've watched, I'm like, man, the fight scenes are ridiculous in these things. I mean,
there's a lot of old style martial arts movies on Amazon.
Have you watched any like the kung fu, the Indian version movies of their martial artists over in India?
I probably have.
Oh man,
any examples?
I can't think of any at the moment. That's sad to say. I can't think of any.
Okay. Like on Amazon,
it's so outrageous.
Yeah.
It's crazy outrageous, but.
Yeah, like on Amazon, there's a lot of the old martial arts movies. Some of my students will actually be like, "Hey, I watched this over the weekend. You need to watch it," and I'll go watch it. And I'm like, "Wow." But this is like early 80s, mid 80s. I'm telling you, we live in a different era now. But back in the 80s, everything was ninjas and, just Van Damme, Seagal.
It was action.
Pure movies,
freaking action.
All martial arts. And I know everybody is loves to crap on martial arts, especially traditional martial arts now. Everything's MMA. That's when I just saw that trailer, I was like, the Cole guy, I don't even know his last name, Cole something in the movie. I mean, like I said, really, where's he? I guess he's like an original character, kind of like Art Lean was in the '95 version of Mortal Kombat. Somebody that was expendable, but I don't know if this guy's really that expendable. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know. But you've got a lot of people. MMA seems to be like the only thing that's martial arts related now, because it's, what does the UFC say? As real as it gets. I mean, really?
Well, so was Rome. It's not like they've took an idea and tried something new with it. I mean, they used to fight to the death in a Coliseum, so it's always been a thing, and I'm not a big UFC fan because I just never took to it that much, and I'm not taking away from the athletes. Those guys go in and they beat the crap out of each other, and I have here. You pour. I don't need to pour. Here, I'm gonna fax it over to you. He's not there, guys.
No, he's not. 6 feet, right? 6 feet. We gotta have the 6 feet.
Where's my mask? Whatever.
Yeah. What's funny? I watched WrestleMania last night, and then it's like, and they finally reintroduced things. Did I put too much into it?
Oh, you can never put too much into it.
Okay. Do I need a chaser? Whoop. Yep. Whoop. We need one of those tubes that like the banks have.
I do. Listen, I like. There's only one thing that I put in my bourbon, and that's ginger ale. And it's not a whole lot. I like ginger ale in it. It pulls out the flavors. Oh, there it is. Anywho.
But yeah, they call it MMA, and I guess watching that trailer, I was like, okay, I guess this Cole guy must be some kind of MMA fighter. And, they're weaving that in. I guess that's smart. In the era we live in, everything's MMA.
Well, they're going, let's take something old so we can catch the old fans and then throw in some new stuff to catch new fans. Because they're in a totally different, they've skipped, a whole generation, another generation coming into now.
1 to 2, yeah.
Yeah, 1 and a half, whatever. So they've got to put stuff in there to catch. Because it doesn't matter what they do. It's all going to come down about ticket sales and making money.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Which I hope.
That's everything.
I'm that type of person. I like to see people and I like to see franchises succeed, because if it doesn't succeed, you don't get another one. And, God, that's the problem, I think, with people online now is there's so much negativity and criticism out there, and I guess, I don't know, maybe people watch criticism more than anything, but I think that I want to see things succeed because I want more of it. It's just like Cobra Kai. Hell, even the Snyder Cut, the Justice League, I'd love for them to continue on with the DC Extended Universe. I'd love for them to go through Season 8, Season 9, Season 10 of Cobra Kai.
That's such a battle, when it comes to DC to Marvel. I feel like Marvel has such a more of a product to sell, but I mean, DC does too. I just don't feel like they've done it right yet. I don't know.
Did you watch the Snyder Cut? Did you watch it?
I have not had a chance to watch Snyder Cut, but you can go and talk about it. It's fine.
4 hours and 2 minutes. All I'll say about it, really, because we could do a whole episode on it, is it was better than the Whedon version, the 2017. I think it's 2017 when it came out. It's better. I'm glad they released it. 4 hours. I watched it like a couple weekends ago. My God, they broke it down to 6 parts, and thank God, because it was my whole Sunday. Whole Sunday watching it.
Well, then you brought up Cobra Kai, which was awesome. All the seasons so far.
Oh,
and what's crazy, my
Nostalgia
13-year-old
trip.
kid has got into it. Like she, I noticed that she started dressing. I can't. I'm horrible at trying to remember everybody that's in the show. The chick, the bad chick.
You got Tori.
Tori.
Tori
Okay,
is the bad chick.
okay, Tori. My 13-year-old
is she
daughter.
bad,
She
though?
loves.
Is she
I
bad?
don't know, but she absolutely loves Tori. And so I see her now. I'm seeing her like kind of dress in that manner. And she's like, she had to have the Cobra Kai throw blanket, and you know, I'm okay with that. I'm totally cool with that because I'm a big nerd anyway. So, but the thing is, like, she's never watched the original Karate Kids, so that turned her on to go back and watch the other ones. And you know, Johnny at this point is just badass. I'm sorry,
what
but
you just said is what I love about Cobra Kai. The main thing I love about Cobra Kai, it has caused the current generation. I call it the cool people because we're old and we're not really that cool anymore. We
you
try
speak
to
for
be
yourself.
Cool.
I'm cool as
Well,
fuck.
we're cool in our own world, okay? But
I'm cool in my own head.
Yeah, exactly. 'Cause we're cool in our own head. We're gonna be 80 and we're gonna be cool.
80,
still.
yeah.
But anyway, you've got the one thing I love about Cobra Kai is it's really brought the current generation and it's caused them to go back. It's caused them to go back and watch the old Karate Kids. And what I refer to, I think the internet refers to as the Miyagi-verse. Because rant alert, you ready for this? Rant alert. The Jaden Smith 2011 Karate Kid bullshit reboot.
That had a Smith on the end of it. That was it.
Ready? Canceled. That has been canceled.
Do you like
I'm
this?
not knocking on
Do you
Jackie
like
Chan.
this?
But,
No,
but,
I'm
but
not knocking
Well,
on
no
Jackie Chan.
more.
let's put a Smith in there, and it's going to sell tickets.
I'm not throwing off on the actors.
Yeah.
Because the actors.
Oh, well, I
did a
like
good
Will
job.
Smith. There's a lot of stuff he's
They
done
did
over
a
the
good
years.
job.
You know, he's a
But-
Fresh Prince.
But did you know Will Smith actually bought the Karate Kid name or whatever he did? He bought the copyright or whatever. He bought that so he could do the movie for Jaden, for his son Jaden Smith. Because that's why if you ever watch Cobra Kai, you will see in the credits at the very beginning, executive producer Will Smith. That's why, because he gets credit because he kind of owns part of the Karate Kid universe. But that movie should be erased from existence. When you refer to Karate Kid, you should refer to the 1984 original and then the two sequels. And then, of course, you can refer to the next Karate Kid with the girl, with Julie Pierce, a.k.a. Hilary Swank.
Hilary Swank!
The thing with Miyagi in it, even though, you know, or Miyagi's mentioned, is approved. Okay? So,
Well,
that's
yeah, we went way left on that one, didn't
sorry,
we?
you know, you said
Wait.
Cobra Kai. I mean, we could do a whole episode
So
of
right,
Cobra Kai.
left, right,
Left, up,
right,
down,
you know,
up,
all are
down,
wrong.
Left, right, BA start.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, if you when you go back and watch this, you know, because we're not together.
No.
We're totally
6 feet
different.
apart, right?
6 feet
6
apart.
feet.
Did you check out my non-neutral acceptance, Mr. Potato Head?
I was looking at that over there.
He
What the crap
right?
is that Mister doing in front of Potato Head?
He is packing all the twig and berries, man.
Is he really?
Yes, yeah. And what's
you
funny,
open it
this
up and check?
no, I didn't check. I don't have to. It says retro, so I know it has a twig and berries on it.
What the hell? Retro?
And what's funny is my son's his grandparents sent it to him for Easter. And I seen it, I was like, it's going on the show.
I'm telling you, you know, that is funny.
I don't want to even go any further than that. I just thought it was funny, and we totally put it up on my shelf with all my other collectibles because you're probably not going to find one pretty soon at all.
Collectible, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we're going to stop right there with that before we really offend some people.
Offend, yeah. That's the theme of the 20s, the 2020 and beyond. That's the theme. Offended.
Offended. Okay, so I love the Mortal Kombat thing, but I really got to get something off my
so
chest.
we're back
at
to
this
Mortal
point.
Kombat.
Yeah, well,
All
no,
right.
no, we're good with that. I have to move on for that at this point because I just am ready to watch the movie, and we could talk about it more after we go watch it. 'Cause I don't think we can get much more into it, and I definitely don't want to give any spoilers. But something really pissed me off a couple weeks ago, and me and you talked about this. So me and you are collectors of sort of toys, correct?
Yeah.
Obviously, you have a hell of a lot more room than I do, and you're a hoarder. But anyway, one of my favorite Marvel characters, you're a hoarder, is Gambit. I love Gambit.
Yes.
And
Where's his movie at?
I kind of at first because when they had Channing Tatum, whatever.
He's still relevant.
Yeah,
He hasn't
apparently,
been canceled yet?
but his background is actually Cajun, so I thought, okay,
I understand that.
if they put him in the right position as far as gear, all that kind of stuff, we'll see. Because when they put him in Wolverine Origins, I hated it.
Didn't
I
that
was
guy
so
from Friday
mad.
Night
They
Lights-
yeah,
Who's
they
that guy from
they
the guy from Friday Night Lights played
they
him?
over it. I mean, so I have every pop that of Gambit they've made. So they just released a set of pops that are black lights, and it's Gambit and Magneto and Wolverine and Rogue, and I think Deadpool.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so I went on Target. It was a Target exclusive. I went on Target, and they're like, "We're doing pre-orders tomorrow morning," and that was a couple weeks ago.
Taylor Kish played him. Gambit.
Yeah. Okay.
Wolverine Origins.
Don't
Canceled.
Cancel. It is canceled. That's canceled.
Can we get like a thing that says?
Do you like
Cancel.
this? Do you like
Look
this?
right here in the back.
Well, no more.
Cancel. Sorry. Cancel. Straight to jail.
Of course, I slept in and forgot. That morning, so at lunchtime, I slept in.
God, I sleep in every day.
I slept in. I work at night, so I slept in.
Oh yeah, I forget. You
So-
on that graveyard shit.
Yeah, I know. But it's okay. I like it. I ain't got to deal with people. You know how I feel about people.
I can understand that.
So I go to go on Target.com and see if I can order it. Every one of them sold out. Gone. All of them are sold out. So what do? I thought, well, I'm going to go check eBay and just let's see what's going on.
That's a slippery slope, my friend.
It is very, and I get on there, and these freaking assholes have bought them pre-order, and then they're trying to sell them to you for $40 when it was $10.99 through Target. I'm going to sell it to you for $40, and I don't even care. These guys don't even care that they're a collector, or even give a damn about that certain character. They just want to make the money. And it really pissed me off.
They're called scalpers.
And I know it's everywhere. All of it. But it seems like really bad in the last couple of years. I mean, really bad in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
I buy the stuff because it's like bourbon. I buy a couple bottles of something I find because it's hard to find. I don't want to resell it. I want to enjoy it. So if I keep 3 or 4 bottles at home, I'm not trying to resell it. Bourbon's the same way. Guys buy it and they try to turn around and sell it for a couple, 50%, 75% markup because it's on the secondary, and it's just bull. And it's the same way with toys now. And I'm like, it's just, why? I want to track them down. I want to go to their house on a down.
Well, you do realize
after I take their toys, then I'll burn it down.
You can get their information just by the item. Is it worth it?
I don't want to pay $40 when I could have got it for $10.99.
But you could pay the $40 and show up and beat their ass.
Not off eBay. If they're sending it to me, I don't know who it is.
Yeah, they might be like.
Let me tell you this.
Be like across the damn nation.
Let me tell you this off eBay. I'm a big horror fan, and I love Evil Dead. Bruce Campbell, Evil Dead. I got a ton of collectibles.
Love Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, I got tattoos. I got it all. Got a ton of collectibles. So I'm missing one pop Funko to collect all the series they had.
There's always just one left.
There's one. It's a glow in the dark Deadite. That's what it is. So I ordered one, and I was like, oh, it was like $34. Okay, I'm cool with that. I get it, but I didn't realize later when I got it, when it came in, it was actually broke. So I sent it back, but I found out later it was a Chinese knockoff. It wasn't even the real one. The real actual ones they only made several hundred of are like $230. And I'm like, I'm not going to spend that much right now.
Yeah, god darn, $230.
$230. And it's the same way I got a couple. I'm a big Elvira fan. So I've got several Elvira. I mean, come on, man.
Oh,
back
Elvira.
in the day.
How old is she now?
I don't know. She's still hot.
But that's what I'm saying.
She's still hot. It's like she's got to be in her 60s.
She could be my grandmother, and she is
hold on.
freaking beautiful.
Wait, let's look. Let's see how old she is at this point. I'm gonna look it up and see. Let's see. Hold on.
Oh, Mistress of the Dark. Oh my God, Elvira.
Let's see.
Cassandra Peterson is her real name?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you say it. Of course, my internet's faster.
Oh no, it is.
My internet's faster than
just what is it? Because mine's not coming. Mine.
Oh, okay.
How does it
she was born in 51, so calculate it. 69.
60. Oh, that's a perfect
age.
number.
That's the perfect age. Oh my God! Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll let you talk about it.
Okay.
Man,
So
my God.
yes, man. Her and remember Weird Science, the movie Weird Science.
Yes.
Hot. Now she don't look too good, but Cassandra still looks just as hot as Elvira as she did 20 years ago, or even longer. And that's I've got a full collection of those, and I'm missing like 2, and they only make 1,500, so I've got one with the red sparkly dress. There's one with the purple and one with the orange. And those purple and orange sparkly dresses are still like $300 to $500. Man, but that's the only two I need. But do you want to spend $1,000 to complete that collection? So here's the thing in collecting. I think anybody can relate to this if you're a collector. It will drive you nuts not to have the full collection of something you're collecting. And you will spend money because mentally it will drive you absolutely crazy. You have to have beginning to end. That's why I've kind of slacked back on what I collect so I can do that. Because if I went too wide, I can't afford to do that. And I got a good career. I make good money, but I mean, am I going to go in debt?
Well, you make good money, but you make good money for like real stuff in life, like keeping your lights on or
taking care of the kids,
taking care of your kids. Those kind of things.
Family's got to have all of it.
Yeah. But I see, dude. My addiction is amiibos. The Nintendo little NFC figures. That a couple years ago, I got bad with it. I think I ended up paying the most I ever paid for one was the Villager amiibo from Animal Crossing. I think I ended up paying on eBay $130. And but in my defense, that one they had big eyes on the original, and then when they re-released it, it had smaller eyes. So thank God, Nintendo. Thank you, Nintendo. You justified my $130 purchase. But
no, you guys don't understand about this guy's amiibo. He has an addiction. They're everywhere.
I collect all the Smash Brothers because that's the original series that they did. They've done Animal Crossing, they've done Super Mario, they've done Shovel Knight, they've done all sorts of ones. Hell, what do we got? We even got here. I'm going to portal it over here in my hand. Here's the Link amiibo. But I've got all the Smash Brothers ones, and
that's not Zelda.
It's Zelda, but it's part of the Smash Brothers.
I know that it's Zelda, but that's not
Zelda.
Zelda.
No, that's really Zelda.
That's Link, not
it's
Zelda.
Who's Link? What the hell?
Who's that? I love that when he goes like, "Look, I have a Zelda. That's not Zelda, asshole. Know your shit before you start talking."
Now, if you ever want to talk about Zelda, I know everything. I was talking to a guy last night at a wrestling show, and he had the Triforce on his forearm, and that's all it took. I was like, "Oh, Zelda fan, huh?" Oh yeah, and he was talking about that, talking about Donkey Kong Country, talking about speedrunners, talking about games done quick online, and you told him to talk about Zelda. Did you know why he's called Link?
I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
I am gonna tell you.
You tell me.
One of when Zelda was in its infancy as far as being created, the Link they wanted to do a timeline thing. And anybody who knows me personally knows that I am a big timeline type fan. Back to the Future is like my favorite movie series
most
of all
definitely.
times. Hell, I
Most
cosplayed.
definitely.
I have a character called Alpha McFly.
I was fixing to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, Alpha McFly with the green hair because he was from the year 2069. He's a take on Back to the Future. Rewind. Okay, so Link is called Link because they were going to do a future versus the past type thing, which they eventually did with the Link to the Past, obviously. But he's called Link because he is the link between everything. Like in the Zelda franchise, way back in the 80s, but it's evolved so much and there's such a deep lore with it now. But that's why he's called Link, and I just think that's a cool name. I tried.
That's a cool damn game. Everything about it. I mean, as far as they went, everything is so damn cool about Zelda.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean,
Zelda's like
you don't have to be
one of the perfect franchises. Like that is the one thing. I talked to a lady. I was checking out at Best Buy the other day, and the lady. I don't even know how she figured. Oh, I have a Zelda wallet, and I of course pulled out the wallet.
You would.
With my Best Buy credit card.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and she's like, "Oh, a Zelda fan." I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah." And she was like talking about how her boyfriend was a huge Zelda fan, and where was I going with this?
I don't know. You were talking about how cool the franchise was.
Oh yeah. It's like one of the. I told her it was like as I'm getting older, I don't have as much time to play games anymore as I did when I was a kid. So if you're a kid watching this, cherish those years, man, because you're gonna grow up and you're gonna be like, man, I just don't have time. If you are a responsible adult,
there's no way for them to do that because the games that we grew up on were totally different than what it is now.
Yeah, nowadays it's like Fortnite for 5 minutes and.
Fortnite.
Hey, remind me for a second. I got to tell you about this.
You got to have some V-Bucks. Where's those V-Bucks?
But she asked me, and she's like, "What's your favorite game?" And I was like, "Well, I'm gonna fix and show my age." And I was like, "Link to the Past," because most people think Ocarina of Time because that was late '90s, but no, early '90s. Link to the Past. It's the one game that I could still play and I know where everything's at. I could speedrun that game if I wanted to. But again, it's one of the perfect franchises because it was basically, it's the one game that no matter what, as long as Miyamoto brings out and keeps making Zelda games and the Nintendo team, I will play it. I will make time to play it. Now anything else, I'm kind of like, I just don't really have time to play it. Zelda is the one game I will play. Let me tell you the story real quick. There was I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I saw online where there was somebody that wrote a review on Ocarina of Time of all games.
I'm sure plenty of people wrote reviews.
Yeah, well, I'm saying this particular one, and it had to be a parody. It had to be a satire because 1 star for Ocarina of Time. I mean, go figure. Ocarina of Time got 1 star, and he was talking about how it was a copy of Fortnite. What the f***?
Fortnite?
It was a copy.
Fortnite,
Like they were
Fortnite.
trying to say that Fortnite was the original and Zelda was the copy, Ocarina of Time. Like how it didn't even have like costumes that you could like, change out, and it was all this. It had to be a satire. But if it was serious, I just got one thing to say to that reviewer. You. Zelda is by far the best video game franchise of all time. Fortnite. Fortnite. Take Fortnite, kiss my.
Okay. Well, I mean, I gotta say, I have played Fortnite, and the reason I have because
I played it one time.
Well, my 13-year-old daughter would want to play, and it's a way for me and her to spend time together. So she has her Xbox, I have mine, and we've played together. Hell, when my stepmom, Carol, she plays. She's a huge gamer.
Is she
huge? Really? Oh, dude, she's playing Destiny 2 constantly.
Really?
I go to her house, and yeah, she's a huge. Here's the thing: growing up with Carol and my dad, which you know very well, they always had the game system. So I remember, having the Atari. Then I remember having the Nintendo, the 64, the Sega Genesis. I mean, and we can go on and on. Carol has pretty much bought every game system that there ever was up to this point.
Did she buy the Saturn? That's all I want to know.
Yes, we had the Saturn.
God darn. I don't even have a Saturn.
I don't even. She don't have any of this anymore, but we had it at the time. She got rid of a lot of stuff, but no, she got her game room. It's so funny. She got her game room. She goes in there, and I'll get over there, and she's, if I go see dad or something, or bring, my son over there and daughter, she's in there playing Destiny, and she games like hell. It's funny as hell, and she's got a worse mouth than I do. So I mean, but anyway, guys. I think it's time to wrap this thing up.
Wrapping it up already?
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's only been like 2 hours.
2 hours. I think maybe we send this sumbitch out with a shot. What do you think?
Well, let's send with a shot. And also, after the shot, I got something pulled up right quick. I just wanted to say this. Since we're talking about Mortal Kombat, and we'll probably be talking about Mortal Kombat later on in future episodes, and we'll probably be talking about wrestling. We'll probably be talking about anything
that we want to. Yeah, that's
we
the
could
thing.
talk about this table and how the texture is so cool.
Is it? Ooh, it is.
It really is. It really is. Hey, I got this thing at Big Lots, man.
Big Lots. They actually sell some decent stuff at Big Lots.
They actually.
They're gonna
people make fun of Big Lots. People make fun of Big Lots, but I'm telling you, I have no shame when it comes to furniture and like stuff. No. Like it's $300.
Stuff's expensive, man. You gotta find. I want something decent quality, but don't cost me an arm and a leg.
I'm not really
My
a rooms
God.
to go type guy. I'm more of a more of like a Big Lots type of guy. But anyway, we'll talk about anything on this thing. But like I said, we're going to take a shot real quick. So let's do that. Part 1.
Yeah. Cheers.
And we're talking about Mortal Kombat real quick. And we're going to finish up. But I got it pulled up. I want to talk about this for like months, years, weeks, whatever you want to call it.
Has it been that long?
I want to know. I want to say, the new one's coming out. But my favorite scene.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this earlier.
The 95 Mortal Kombat movie, hands down, has to be the reptile reveal. Okay?
Reptile.
So we're going to play it. I'm not going to say anything about it. We're going to play it. We're going to talk about it, and then we're going to end.
If you don't know it, take your sorry ass and go watch it.
It's on YouTube. The whole freaking scene.
Everything's on YouTube.
Everything's on YouTube.
If you go really deep in YouTube, you probably can see me showering on YouTube, and I don't even know it.
Man, I heard I have some videos on YouTube that I did like a long time ago.
I don't know. I love Alufa. Alufa's great.
I did like a self-defense video against Jason Voorhees.
Oh,
and I remember cutting my hand on a machete. You can search that on YouTube, by the way. If you're watching this, I dare you to go find it and give me
I
a review.
dare.
I dare you. Okay, but anyway,
All right.
here it is. Here's the scene. It is Liu Kang and Johnny Cage is.
This is a cool
They're
scene.
in Outworld. They're in Outworld, and they're going. And I'm telling you, I'm sorry. I just gotta say this real quick. In the theater, I was watching this in the theater, and I'm telling you, the entire theater erupted when you heard the announcer go reptile. I mean, my God. Okay, let's do it. All right, so you got Liu Kang and Johnny Cage. They just entered Outworld. You know, the movie is like, what, 80% done at this point? They're getting to the climax. And, of course, Johnny Cage with his jokes, he's like, man, there's a bunch of people around here. They're like...
I like taking my time to the climax.
Yeah.
I don't know about
do
you,
too.
but I mean, I know
I do
me.
too. That's what I love about it, man. It's like, it's that rise in action.
The rise.
Rise in action.
Save
you
the
know
best
what I
for
mean.
last.
And then they're showing these statues, which is major foreshadowing right here. And of course, like I said, imagine yourself in '95 watching this movie.
Johnny Cage, though, was kind of cheesy.
And like you said earlier, you were like, you know, in the previews they always give away the best parts. This is something they did not give away. No one knew this was going to happen. It's like what
They never put it. They never put it in
a
a trailer. I love the old trailers too. They're so
Yes.
much dramatic in the old trailers.
So like right here, something moved. You know, something's following him.
Luke Cage.
And it's like, and there he is. There's Johnny Cage, played by
Johnny
Lynn
Cage.
Nashby, I think, and
I
I
don't
think Robin
know.
Shue played Liu Kang.
Yeah.
And he's like walking
Luke
up.
Cage,
and of
Johnny
course,
Cage.
This is CGI, by the way. This is CGI. So I'm just imagining Robin Shue's
Yeah.
character.
But this is like the beginning of really CGI.
He's
So
like pulls him out and he's like, oh, I've got to hold nothing.
it's like, how did he know he was there?
Yeah.
How did he know?
But like, there's Reptile, and then the whole movie is like Reptile's just.
I
this
think
CGI
they're on
character.
they're all on acid. That's how they LSD and acid. That's how they knew he was there.
LSD, right? You know, it sounds cooler.
Yeah.
And then right here, it's like what's happening? When
But
you're in the
watch it.
theater-
Look at the CGI now. Watching it into now, it's
Uh-huh.
like, you look at it. If you go back now, you go, "Oh my God, it
And
was
then
so
right
bad."
here,
But I mean,
I
it was a
love this
start
part
out.
right here, right here. He's like, oh my God! And then the flip, kick the through the wall.
Literally,
He's dead.
I think Bobby just went.
Dead. Whoop. I really did. Swing. Really. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm not afraid to admit it. Look at this. He's looking for him, and then he runs in. Oh my God! Right. Oh my God! I just don't know. Right here, coming up. Right here. Liu Kang broke a rib. The actor Robin Shue broke a
Like
rib.
actual
right here.
in the
he
scene?
actually really broke a rib right there when they were filming this. He broke a rib. And if you can't tell, he's getting right now. Oh my God! Like I said, the theater was going crazy right at this point. I mean, I'm telling you, and the reason this was added, honestly, the reason they were talking about the Paul Anderson's who directed this movie when he was talking about this scene wasn't even in the original movie.
And it's like 20. This is 26 years ago, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah. He didn't even put this, but he filmed it or he showed it for test audiences, and they were like, there's not enough fighting. It's a movie called Mortal Kombat, and there's not enough fighting, so they added this after everything was filmed. They added this, and I'm like, and I'm sorry. Arguably, you can argue with me all day long. This is the best damn scene and the best damn fight scene in this movie. I mean, Johnny Cage versus Scorpion, great. Liu Kang versus Sub-Zero, great. Liu Kang versus Reptile, phenomenal. I mean,
I love the soundtrack. I actually downloaded the sound. I owned the soundtrack on CD.
Did you own both of them? There were two soundtracks.
Well, you had soundtrack that you had as far as like bands, and then you had a soundtrack that had the score as far as the music in behind. Mm-hmm. So there were two. Yeah. I owned the one with the actual physical bands.
Oh, I loved it
because I liked a couple of bands in there. You know, Fear Factory. There was a couple of bands that were in there I really liked. It was a really cool soundtrack.
I mean, it was probably one of the best soundtracks in the '90s, bar none. I mean, it had a lot of unknown artists.
I don't know. Okay, listen, this one was good. Demon Knight soundtrack was awesome.
Yeah.
And Judgment Night soundtrack was awesome. If you watched Judgment Night, those three soundtracks were really great.
And that's back. And nowadays, you don't really see soundtracks anymore.
Oh yeah, they don't. Yeah,
I mean because CDs
well,
aren't really
CDs are
out
not.
there
They're
anymore.
done.
Oh, yes, here it is.
Oh!
Did you hear that? Did you hear the little sound effect? Like, when he did the bicycle kick? Oh god! And then it's like,
I remember the game doing that.
and then that's it. And then worms.
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 Well, speaking of worms,
This guy was just in a 5-minute fight, and he looks like he's unscathed.
and he looks great because it's a movie. And look, and it just that's it.
And
That
then
was like a
that's it.
flower.
And that's it.
That's it. Speaking of it, guys, that is it for us today. We're heading out. Catch us next time. Thank you. Subscribe, like. I don't give a damn what you do. If you don't want to, don't. But thank you for the support, and we will see you next time.
Next time, yeah. And drink a beer for me, or drink some liquor. I don't know, drink something. Like he just said. Anything you want us to talk about, we'd love to talk about anything and everything.
Why don't you drag everything out?
I just love to drag everything.
Just shut up and
I have to
say
get the last
bye.
word. I have to get the
He
last
does have to
word.
get the last word.
No, you can have the last word today.
I don't
give
want
you
the
that
last
as a
word.
gift.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
But I want you to have
I don't want it.
Okay, fine. I get the last word.
Okay, now I want it.
Oh, you want it now?
Because you want it now. No, thank you guys. I'm out of here. Peace.
You're out of here. Boom.
Guys, thank you for checking out Rated D. We are on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. It's not really hard to find us. And if you don't want to find us, we don't care either. But we do appreciate your time and checking us out. If you got some suggestions or want to talk about some shit, send us a message. We'll talk about some shit because we'll talk about whatever. So we'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.